Have you ever left a meeting feeling that it was highly productive and would result in meaningful action, only to find several weeks later that nothing has been done? This result is common when meeting leaders fail to take the necessary steps after a meeting that help ensure follow through on the work done in the meeting. This is where we'll focus in this third and final webinar in our three-part series on leading productive meetings, on the steps to take after a meeting to help drive productivity and follow through. As the meeting leader, one of the steps you can take to better drive follow-through is to confirm the decisions and commitments that resulted from the meeting. During the meeting, ideally someone played the role of note-taker or scribe and created a summary of the key decisions, action items, and agreements. A key meeting follow-up action is to be sure this summary is distributed to all who attended in a timely manner, within a day or two of the meeting. This summary should clearly communicate the what, who, and when of each deliverable, what actions will be taken, who will take responsibility for each, and by when each will be done, the time frame for completion. When the meeting summary is succinct, clear, and distributed in a timely manner, it provides a reminder to all who've committed to take action and a reference point to drive progress in future meetings. Having a clear list of decisions and action items from a meeting, though, doesn't mean you have everyone's commitment to those decisions and actions. Even when you check to see if all are on board before closing the meeting, you may still have questions about whether you have the support needed to move forward. When not certain, it's important to check in and confirm. One common trap that leaders can fall into is to assume that if no one expresses verbal disagreement during a meeting, then they must support the decisions made. The reality is people don't always express their concerns and reservations during a group discussion, particularly if there's no time allotted to address these, or if their comfort and trust level with the people involved is low. Their silence is then too often interpreted as support. When you're not certain whether you have a firm commitment from those whose support is needed, reach out to them directly and privately. Check in and give them an opportunity to discuss concerns, address concerns if they have them, and work toward gaining commitment. If you're unable to secure their commitment, at least you know where they stand and can determine the best step forward. In addition to confirming commitments, it's important to ensure that the key information is cascaded to others who are impacted by the decisions made in the meeting. Often, implementation of plans and ideas requires involvement of more than just those who are present in the meeting. Many best-laid plans are derailed simply because communication didn't continue after the meeting, and those who needed to be in the know never received the requisite information. To drive follow-through, it's important to close the communication loop. Identify who needs to be informed of the decisions made, determine the best way or ways to share that information, and do so. Even when you're not the meeting leader, there are still steps you can take to help drive follow-through. Firstly, actively affirm your understanding of the deliverables and which you've agreed to be accountable for. Check in with the meeting leader after the meeting to ensure that you're both on the same page about what the next steps are and your part in that. As you begin to make progress on the objective you're responsible for, be proactive and provide progress updates. Lastly, be sure to close the communication loop with your own team. What do your team members need to be aware of? Share the pertinent information with them and circle back with the meeting leader or project leader to confirm that you've done so. Taking these few steps as a meeting leader or attendee can go a long way toward ensuring that there's productive follow-through on the work accomplished in a meeting, and can help you avoid the trap of meeting about the same issues again and again with no result. Thank you for viewing this webinar series on leading productive meetings. As a result, I hope you now have a range of tools that you can use to improve the meetings you lead and attend.